A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today is Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. This morning, rather. It is approximately 22 minutes to 3 a.m. and I could not sleep for something that was ringing in my ears all day, mostly all day and all night. And that was the fact that a date that kept ringing in my ears. And that date was August 19, 2019. And then when it hit me about that date, when it finally dug in about that date, it hit me like a bolt of lightning. August 19, 2019 was the day that I took a plane from Philadelphia International Airport to Los Angeles, California. My intent was to go to Tijuana and relax a while. So on that plane, I was surrounded, absolutely surrounded, on my right, on my left, in front of me, and mostly behind me. I was surrounded by homosexuals, and the lesbians was on the other side of the aisle. And that plane was almost, the majority of the people on that plane were homosexuals and lesbians. And at that time it didn't dawn on me why so many homosexuals and lesbians are leaving Philadelphia, going to Los Angeles, California. Why are so many of these people headed for Los Angeles at the same time? And none of them had a friendly face for me. None of them. They all knew who I was. I didn't have the slightest idea as to who they was. And they had one guy who was sitting behind me, a homosexual, who he would, as I was reading my Islamic literature, he would keep looking over my shoulder and scratching his head. I guess he was putting his dandruff in my lap. He wanted me to react to what he was doing. And I'm sure they was prepared to stop that plane, take it down, and arrest me for whatever charges they could put on me for that event. But this happened August 19th. I kept praying to Allah on the plane. And I was so glad to see Los Angeles that I was very happy at that time. But I didn't really think nothing of it, you know. But then after that video of the attempt that the Fed made to lure me into a setup using a homosexual, that event made it clear what was going on with that flight from Philadelphia to Los Angeles, dealing with the same people who was out in front of my house trying to lure me into a crime. So they was transporting drugs from Philadelphia to Los Angeles. These were the feds people. These is the feds people. The homosexuals and the lesbians are being used to transport the feds drugs from state to state. And it's all clear now. It's all clear. And I bet you that is happening all over America. So now this message, I guess, is for those of people who are involved in this matter who would like to stay below the radar. Me, I'm putting everything on the line. I'm so old I ain't even got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? If I die tomorrow or today, I've done my best, and when I stand before my Lord, I feel good at my efforts. But for those of you who would like to stay beneath the radar, remember, we are trying to take this fight to the next level. And we need your cooperation. You don't have to get directly involved. But you can make phone calls. You can call these airports and these DEA agents of different cities and ask them and question whether or not homosexuals are being used to transport the drugs throughout this country. And here's the clicker. You're going over the head. Now, there's a lot of people in Philadelphia who is fully aware of what's going on, fully aware of the fight that's happening here at 41st and Ogden Street in Philadelphia. But yet, the white man's crime in Philadelphia is not the same as the black man's crime in Philadelphia. So it's not viewed or looked upon with the same scrutiny as is the black man. So taking this fight to the next level means let's get this matter out of their hands. Those who refuse, I saw that the Drug Enforcement Agency head on TV the other day, and to me the man looked like he was on something. And I made up my mind right then and there, you would never get him to prosecute his own people in this city regarding their crimes. So if you go over their head, not drug dealing, racketeering. If you put racketeering out there, you go above all these guys' heads. All of them. You put this drug dealing fight into a whole nother arena. Call those federal offices in different states and mention what is going on in our city and question what type of checks that these airlines are using to check what the passengers are carrying on their planes. Check to see who is enforcing the laws that govern what this plane or this airline is trying to deal with. There are ways to stay under the radar that is very simple, and you can check their behavior. You saw what happened on Friday, in February on Friday, that Juma. You saw how quickly this man was able to contact all his people, set them up in the same place that he thought that they would be operating from again. It didn't take but a snap of a finger. And all those people were back in this neighborhood. So this man need only to snap his finger and he's back in business. But you can perform self-checks on his behavior. You can have him watched. You can have his conduct observed. And he has nothing to say about the matter. Hey, and about racketeering, you only need to catch him once. You only need to catch them once, and then they're out of business. You'll never see them again because you'll be there in the courtroom on sentencing day with a list of how many people died in our city because of drug dealing. You'll be there. I hope you will. So racketeering takes this matter into a whole nother level. It takes it out of the hands of the Philadelphia law enforcement. It takes it out of their hands. It gets into it puts this matter into the hands of people who have to look into this matter. And I would hope by Allah that you choose to involve yourself because, hey, that grandchild that you buying Christmas presents for every year that's coming up going to school, he'll be selling those presents for drugs in no time flat. He'll be robbing your pocketbooks. He'll be robbing your neighbors. He'll be robbing people and carjacking people and killing people for that package that this guy is trying to bring about in our neighborhood in no time flat. This man does not care about your growth and productivity. He does not. And the homos, because their minds are warped and because their mind they have no clear thinking, they can't see or feel for the lives that they are taking in this process. It takes someone who is concerned about humanity to look into this matter, to question this matter, and to act on this matter. I hope it is you, inshallah.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, get out the way, man.
Are you all right?
Get out the way, man. You in my view, man.
I'm in your view.
No, don't move.
Oh, what happened? What's going on?
Stand right in front of him and record him.
Why are you doing this though?
Because he's weird.
You better check YouTube. All y'all niggas going to prison. Racketeering carries a life sentence in Pennsylvania. All y'all going to jail. That redneck moved out of here and gave you this spot so you could take the fall. And you stupid enough to fall for that shit. I guarantee you, you'll never see daylight again. Racketeering carries a life sentence. And you too stupid to realize that that white boy done set you up, nigga. You going to prison, man.
What happened though? You don't want to explain it? You just want to say you're going to prison?
All y'all niggas going to prison. All y'all drug dealers going to prison. I've been here 40 years. I've been watching you deal drugs for 20 years. All y'all drug dealers going to prison. I'm going to see to that. If that's the last thing I do, y'all drug dealers going to prison. Y'all drug runners is finished. In this neighborhood, y'all drug runners are finished. We gonna put your black ass in jail, motherfucker.